Today we are here with Dana from AnaOno. Dana has such an inspiring story to share, and we can't wait for you all to hear it. Hi everyone, and welcome back to our International Women's Day video. Today we're here with Dana from AnaOno. We can't wait to hear your story, Dana. So why don't you just give everyone a little introduction and who you are, how you got started.
Yes, so I founded AnaOno in 2014 after my own bout with breast cancer. And I was 27 at the time, and I also was a trained fashion designer. So this crazy world sort of collided, and I realized that I got thrust into a world that was built for my grandma, and I didn't want to be my grandma. You know, I wasn't ready for that. So I started designing intimates that fit women after their surgeries.
Awesome. I love that. So if you can tell everyone a little bit about how you got where you are today, that'd be great.
Hard work, and a lot of hustling. I mean, it's just, you know, I had a really fantastic career. I spent over a dozen years in the fashion industry before I started my own line. And I just worked really hard. I mean, everywhere I went, I learned as much as I could. I tried to excel as much as I could. And all of that paid off to give me the skill sets to start my own business. And now I've been in business for 4 years. And
congrats.
Thank you, thank you. It's stressful and thrilling all at the same time. But you know, if you're passionate about something, I really think that you can excel and make something wonderful happen.
That's so true. Passion's key, I think. So have you faced any obstacles to get where you are today, and how have those helped you kind of move forward and come out stronger on the other side?
I've learned a lot being in business for myself. I think I've learned two things. One is being a woman in business is not easy. It does take a lot of hard work, and there are a lot of obstacles you have to overclimb, but also for women's health. And I think that both of those things coincide together, because as women continue to be expendable, we can't excel in our own space. So if we're not going to have the health concerns or have the health attention that we deserve, we're also not going to be able to propel ourselves and truly be equal. So I've learned a lot of that as I've been funding money for my business, or I've been starting my business, or I'm trying to deal with women's health concerns. So sort of all of that has combated on one big level to give me this worldly view that I didn't necessarily have before I started my own business.
And this kind of ties into a little bit of what you were talking about, but what advice would you have for young women and girls today who want to start a career, whatever that happens to be, fashion or something else?
Don't stop. Like, we're smart, we can multitask, we're strong. Like, don't ever be afraid of those attributes that we hold in ourselves anyways. I wanted to be an architect. That was initially my idea of when I went to art school and what I wanted to do in the world. And I said no to being an architect because in the late 90s, women weren't architects. And I let that lead my fear of being able to be successful or not in an industry. And I don't want any woman coming up, especially young women now, to think about their gender as holding them back. Just be as good as the other people in the room, be better, and then your skills will rise above the others.
Which is so important for people to understand. And again, ties into what you were just saying. What do you think it's like to be a woman in 2018?
To be a woman in 2018, I think, is a really exciting moment, but we still have a lot of work to do. And the fact that we're marching for equal rights and equal pay in 2018, when my mother in the 60s was doing the same thing, means that we're not moving the needle, really. And we have to be strong, and we have to show that we want a position in our place, and our place is not at home raising children. It's out in the world, raising all the children, all the adults, using our energy for really incredible, amazing things. So I'm excited to be here in 2018 as a woman, but I'm also frustrated that we're still fighting a fight that we've been fighting for 50 years.
True. If you could be anyone in the world, who would you be?
So this is always a really great question. And I had to think about it a little bit, but honestly, I think I might want to be my great-great-grandmother.
Why?
Well, it's interesting because my great-great-grandmother was an Apache Indian.
Oh, wow.
Who, got sort of snatched up by a Teddy Roosevelt's Rough Rider.
Wow.
But she made a really strong family, and all of the females in that side of my family are very strong females.
That's awesome.
And I guess to see the life that she led to kind of create this generation after generation would have really been a cool thing to experience, or maybe to make sure it got documented appropriately, because you only hear the stories, right? And you never really get to experience it because that's the grandmother you didn't get to meet.
Yeah, that's awesome. And kind of take a little bit of what she did and incorporate it into today.
Yeah, because I think as an Apache Indian, she was a strong woman, right? Like there was equality in those sorts of cultures and relationships and all of that. And I've always just drawn some sort of internal strength from her, even though I never knew her. And it would be cool to be able to see what that life was like. Yeah,
that's an awesome answer. We haven't had anyone say that, so thank you. What would be your #1 bucket list destination?
Another planet.
We haven't had anyone say that either, so there you go.
Yes, I also wanted to be an astronaut.
Okay.
I wanted to be all these things that women couldn't do, obviously, in the late 90s. So maybe I was
now you can go do them.
Soon. Yes, and now
you built your fashion line. Now you can go.
I'm gonna have to buy a ticket. On Elon Musk's super shuttle?
Exactly.
With all the celebrities.
And go to space.
And go
Why
to space.
not?
Why not? No, I feel like it would be so cool to start a new planet, to like show up.
So you'd want to be the first one and kind of start everything. Okay.
Yes. I would love that.
I'll come after you establish.
Right, after we all die, because we screwed it up.
I'm like, all right, now that it's good, I'll come.
Yeah.
What inspired you to help women?
I don't think I had a choice. I mean, I was living with the body, I was living with the experience, I was living with the life, and I knew how destructive it was for me. And I felt like I was a pretty strong, pretty confident individual, and I got broken. And I didn't want somebody else to have to go through that if they didn't have to. And the inspiration comes from my life, it comes from all of the women I meet. I mean, they call us, they share stories, they send us messages. And every day it's just another push forward to keep going. And maybe it's a bad day, or maybe manufacturing's gone wrong, or you haven't made enough sales to pay your bills. Whatever those things are, like you get one of those messages in your inbox and you're like, no, I keep going.
Right. Tell us a little bit more about your line and what makes it special and what makes it so unique.
So after a woman is diagnosed with breast cancer, chances are she's going to have some form of surgery done to her tissue. And that could be the removal of all of her breast or just portions of her breast. But all of these surgeries leave aftermath.
Right.
Painful scars, different shaped breasts, reconstructed breasts, no breasts. So there's so many alternative issues that we deal with that the traditional lingerie market doesn't service.
Right.
So I want to make sure that no matter what your surgery is, if you have 2 breasts or you have no breasts at all, that we have something that's going to make you feel sexy and proud and good within your own skin. So we don't have underwires and molded cups, for instance. I'm not telling a woman what she should look like. Her body is her body, and we're just dressing it. So we really encourage women to be secure and own their own body no matter what it looks like, and give them something comfortable to wear in that process.
That's awesome. And it's just intimates, correct?
We do intimates and loungewear. We are launching a swimwear collection this summer,
exciting.
So that's coming.
Congrats.
Yeah, thanks. So we're really trying to make sure that there's an option for everything that you can't have after breast cancer.
That's
because
awesome.
Cancer took a lot away from you. We don't want you feeling good about yourself and your body and your sexuality and intimacy to be one of those things.
And it's so great that you're taking a negative and making it somewhat positive and kind of helping people get through that tough time. So we applaud you.
Yeah, thanks.
And why Philadelphia?
Oh man, I love Philadelphia, first of all, but I was actually living in Denver, Colorado, moved out to Philadelphia a year after I got diagnosed, and this city is incredible. There's a ton of artists. The entrepreneurial community is really supportive, really engaged with each other. You have great spaces like this that are old carpet manufacturers that have been
hidden. You'd never know this was here.
never know it was here. And it's just an awesome place to start a new business.
And what excites you most about where fashion is going right now?
I think that fashion is in an incredible transitioning period. I grew up in the 90s with all of the head designer houses that, I wanted to be, Yves Saint Laurent. I wanted to
My
dress
favorite
in
designer.
Chanel. Oh my God, he's so makes women so sexy. You know, you looked at these muses as a fashion designer, as your own muse, right? And that world is sort of shifting because I think fashion is becoming very tailored. The difference is now the internet is so accessible that when I launched my line 4 years ago, people asked me, how are you going to sell a mastectomy bra on the internet? That was 4 years ago.
Yeah.
And now all these women living all around the world that have zero access to a mastectomy store or medical equipment stores or whatever that may be, can now go online, purchase something that they need in their life, and get it delivered to their door. Like, that's where we're heading. So if you have special, you know, maybe a special fit or a special style or whatever it is, you can get it. So I think it's really awesome the way people are choosing to express themselves, because we're not sort of stuck in a box. We really get to express ourselves in unique ways.
It's great. I love it. You can kind of pull from so many different generations, different genres, and just kind of make it all your own. So
Totally. Yeah, you don't have to go into the mall and go into the store that everybody else is going
exactly.
into. Yeah.
Exactly. Okay, so we're going to jump into our lightning round.
Okay.
We just have this or that, super easy, just a little fun.
Okay. I'm nervous.
Our marketing specialist did a little research on you.
Oh, goodness.
So some of them are specific to you.
Okay.
Okay, first one, dogs or cats?
Dogs.
We heard you were a dog person. Eagles or Steelers?
Steelers.
My mom's from Pittsburgh, I get it. I understand.
Black and yellow.
Paris or Milan?
Ooh. I'm gonna say Milan because I've actually never been there before.
Oh,
I've been to Paris
interesting.
many, many times. So I'm gonna go with the spot I haven't gotten a chance to get to yet.
Okay, awesome. Spring or fall fashion trends?
Oh, fall.
Same.
I am a jacket obsession. I have too many jackets.
That's how my mom is too.
Yes.
Dresses or jumpsuits?
Jumpsuits.
There we go. We would have the same answers.
Awesome. So we should be friends.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. Well, this was great. If you can let everyone know how to find you on social media, your website, if you have any events coming up, that would be fantastic.
Absolutely. AnaOno is available at anaono.com, ANAONO, and we're at social media at AnaOno Intimates at all the channels. So follow us, engage, share with your friends and family. You'll never know whose life you can change with that information.
And please help support. This is such an amazing concept, and we're so happy that we could be here today.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.